COSM found the support and bounce that we were looking for yesterday. Let's go ahead and validate now. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again on this fine Hump Day Wednesday. This is ARCa coming at you with a COSM technicals, raw price action, and some statistical thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community in Discord called ARCa. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the charts. Okay, so by the bounce that I was talking about is particular to the 2-spot 618 at $3.31 that we were looking at yesterday as a potential bounce area. And as you can see, the candle actually did slide down significantly today and did find that bounce at the 2-spot 618. Now I know that there is still some after hours trading going on right now because you can see yeah, you can see right here that it is only 3:38 p.m. Pacific right now, so we still have to we still have to about 5:30 p.m. For the continuation of the after hours session. Okay, so if we want to see the after hour session, let's just go ahead and take a look at a 12-hour chart. So in this case, you're going to see the statistical chart, and you can see that the price action right over here where it says post is currently where we are. Okay, so market close, it looks like it was at about $3.41, and the post you can see is at $3.32, right at that support at the 2-spot 618 that we were talking about. Okay, so with this downward momentum, like I said, this is just going to be a short-term bounce before us finding some resistance yet again, and then we're going to continue on to the downside. Okay, so I did mention that this area was is in particular very important because we can use this as kind of a slide due to the void that we had actually from the candles formed on October 17th to the wick high candle of about October 26th. So that's kind of why the price action is sliding down like this. Okay, so now that we do have this price action actually going, now we can actually see the potentials of finding some type of support, you know, either at the support line of the void itself, or we can actually touch the 3-spot 272 at the 294 level. Okay, so when we were up here, I did mention that we would essentially, you know, if we did fail this, then the free fall would actually be kind of significant to the 294 level. Lots of people didn't like that, of course, but this is how the trade is moving. Okay, you guys, I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page and we're talking about the potential risks present. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and now move on to the previous chart that we were looking at on the statistical side. I want to touch bases on this because momentum is starting to do some interesting things down here. Okay, so I want to just show you that. Okay, so now the yellow moving average, you can see that it's actually starting to ease off of the pressure from the sell pressure. Okay, so that likely means that this is going to start to find some type of correction, and it, I mean, obviously it's still facing down. Right, so we're going to have to actually face some type of correction like this and then start making that pivot towards the upside. Okay, please know that we are at a critical oversold level on the stochastics momentum, and we're literally at the 2.97%. Okay, so this is very, very, very low. Okay, and also we can actually see that there's only been a couple iterations historically where we have gone lower than that. Okay, and these are particular to just the recent iterations down here. Okay, so based on this iteration from let's see, June 27th, 2022, you can see that we can actually go down to about the 0.89%. Okay, so within the 1 percentile, so there is still a bit of room for us to be able to make this corrective move. Okay, we essentially need for stochastics momentum to make that correction towards the upside, and we need that slope in order for us to make a continuation. Okay, and then we can move forward. So now let's go ahead and move on to the next chart. So guys, let's go ahead and touch bases on the Crypstex ARC-Series indicators. As you can see, we did get that short signal printed on January 11th, and it has since given us that downside, and we are still not recovered yet, and it has not printed a long signal just yet. Like for example here, we got this long signal, right? It went all the way up there. We got the short signal from the ARC armor, and then it went down. We have a long signal here. It went up. We got the recovery at the short, and then it it's gone significantly down to the down, on the way to the downside since then. And since we don't have a recovery just yet on the hourly time frame, I would heavily consider this to be a temporary bounce before a continuation to the downside, like we were just talking about. Okay, so these are all exponential moving averages. Okay, they're all placed together on the chart algorithmically so that we can gauge this this wave, this motion, or a directional wave, right? So these directional waves assist us in understanding the overall movement of the stock itself, and this is how it's able to give us that long and short signal. Okay, so when those fire off, we then have to start validating whether the downside is probable or not based on the indicator's suggestions. Okay, so now let's go ahead and just block the view from ARCa and load the view of DBSI and see what it has to offer for us. Okay, so very interesting thing here is that it's showing that there was a small buy signal right over here. Okay, so now we have to take this with a grain of salt. Okay, because sometimes these can be very aggressive, meaning that the buy signal can be here and the price action will literally do this and this and this and then go up. So if this is taking a metric of every single candle printed on the asset's particular time frame, so in this case the hourly, okay, so it's taking a statistical metric of every single candle printed, thus presenting it to us in a strength value percentage, okay, right up here. Interesting thing is that the bulls versus bears that are at a 50-50, which is very strange and very curious actually. So we do have some, literally with the correction of momentum, that's starting to show the possibility of some type of something happening within the next few days, right? So it could be that ARCa DBSI may start looking for that as well. Very important aspect to notice is that as long as we are below the 13-day exponential moving average, DBSI will remain a neutral or bearish bias. Okay, so we absolutely need to cross the 13-day exponential in order for us to continue on to the upside on the bullish trend. All right, so as you can see that every candle has actually been using that 13-day exponential as a form or a guide to the downside. Okay, so we are still below it, so definitely keep that in mind. Okay, you guys. So if you are interested in picking up any of these indicators, go ahead and send me a DM on Twitter or Discord, and we'll go over the subscription packages as to how to acquire these indicators. They are particular to TradingView. Okay, so you would need a TradingView subscription before you reach out to me and acquire these indicators. Okay, so the subscription packages from TradingView are different from the subscription packages with me. Okay, you guys, so so definitely know that you can also refer to the link in the description below for the TradingView affiliate link that I have down there, okay, as it will help my trading future. Let's go ahead and move on to the last part of the chart, and this is the RSI, okay? So Relative Strength Index is also a momentum-based indicator, and we're just going to see the possibilities based on a little more aggressive indicator, which is a typical setup, right? Any RSI. Okay, so we're looking at an immediate short-term downside on the 30-minute here, which is actually still reading the after-hours trading. Okay, so this can show that we still have some downside to look for. Okay, we are absolutely in the bull strength percentile from the in the bear strength percentile from the bearish control zone, okay, which is the bottom half. The upper half is the bullish control zone. Okay, so now the buy hourly is still suggesting a downside, and like we have been talking about, we have been using that 14-day moving average, which is the pink line, and the purple line is the RSI signal. Okay, so we have been using that moving average as a form of support and or a guide to the way down, very similar to the 13-day exponential. Okay, so this is a 14-day simple. Okay, so now the 6-hour time frame is also suggesting downside, sitting very well in the grips of the bear strength percentile, moving average above us, which is bearish, and still suggesting that downside continuation. Now, please look at the let's see, I think it's up to the daily. Okay, the daily does have some downside. The buy daily has some downside still to go. The 3-day still has some downside, and the 5-day looks like it may potentially be finding some type of support soon. Okay, and that is the reason why I'm saying this is because if we zoom in very closely, we can actually see that the pivot from the 5-day RSI signal is starting to lose its aggression towards the downside, and the 14-day moving average is below us, meaning that we can actually or essentially use it as a form of support before a continuation onto the upside. But please do know that it takes a long time for the 5-day period to correct and to take that change in direction. Okay, since it is a 5-day period, we have to literally wait the 5 days for the completion. Okay, so now please know that I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment. I can't suggest for you to buy or sell any assets. Okay, so please do your own DD and everything will be just fine. And I hate that I didn't present this in the earlier part of the video, but please know that there are a lot of ARCa imposters, and they are asking for your contact information, for your bank information. That is not me. I do not have a WhatsApp, and I will certainly never reach out to you first or ever give you my contact information through a comment. In fact, no one will have my phone number in YouTube or in any of these socials. Okay, please rest assured that no one will. Okay, so please stay away from the scammers. Understand that there are a lot of imposters out there pretending to be me because I have a credible reputation thus far, and they're going to use that at their advantage and try to take your money. I don't want your money. Okay, so please make sure, you guys, I'm not going to ask you for that. Okay, that they're trying to take your money so they can steal. They're thieves. Okay, they're trying to take your money so that they can use it for malicious purposes. That is not me. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to ask for your money that way. I'm asking you to reach out to me regarding the subscription for the indicators, okay? That's the way we're talking about, okay, you guys? So please be careful with that. Okay, so with that said, I wish you well, a very good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.